On today's episode, we're answering the question, no, we're not, because I'm on the wrong damn outline.
No, they're not. Not having a bio. Well, a lot of people don't add a bio. When I first started doing summits 3 years ago, a landing page, an opt-in page, had a headline, maybe a video, and a sub-headline with an opt-in box. And that was the page. Nobody even put experts on it, and they certainly didn't put a bio.
The thing is, we're inundated with opportunity to learn, to register, to sign up. And if we're going to make the decision to register for something, we want more information about what we're registering for. We want to know, like, is this worth it? Is this worth getting yet even more email in my inbox that's already bursting at the seams? Is this something I want to invest my time into?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, remember, you're asking your audience for a time commitment, an attention commitment, and they may not know you yet. So give them more information than you think they want.
Absolutely.
And this is something, go ahead. I was going to say, this is something Jenny has really helped me even do.
Well, actually, I can't take the credit because you taught me about it a little bit about it first in terms of looking at a long form sales page and talking about different types of readers and people who interpret information. So some people scan, some people read, some people, there's different ways of learning. With an opt-in page for a summit, there's different things that people look at. And depending on your audience, there's a couple things that I think are like a super necessity. One of them, put the pictures of your speakers on your page, please. First of all, it gives your speakers some credit, like, hey, I'm on this thing. You don't want it to be a surprise. The days of doing summits where the speakers are not on the page are long over. So put pictures, just put the speaker pictures on the page. Do not, though, do not link their names to the speaker websites. Whatever you do, do not, right? Allison's like cringing right now, super hard.
Oh my gosh, I've seen this and we've had clients want to do this. And I just
know.
Why would you encourage, and this is another mistake that people make, is they encourage people to leave the page without registering.
Yes. You don't want to do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Please, for the love.
Right? Stop doing it. No, so pictures of the experts is a must. Another thing that really is helpful is an FAQ. In the FAQ section, which is usually in the bottom third of your page, you can absolutely look at explaining how the summit works, right? So this is a totally free summit, and yes, there'll be a VIP option, and every day you'll get videos at X time, or there's a live component. Explain how the summit works, because that's a big barrier to entry as well, because people assume with the summit that potentially that it could take a lot of their time. And one of the things that you want to say is, the videos are available on demand, like things that are going to help. The FAQ is supposed to help people make a decision to yes. And the FAQ is for people who require a lot of additional cajoling a little bit. Yeah, detail to make a decision. So make sure you have it. FAQs, they don't take a lot of time. They're actually quite helpful. I love them. So do that.
Yeah, I've just started adding those to things. I used to just include it in the copy because I write long, but this is a really great way to pull it out. People look for that kind of thing. The thing that I include, and I'm kind of quote unquote branding this, is connection copy. Okay, this is copy that is, I know I'm back to copy. This is copy that is designed to build the emotional bond between you and the person, your potential registrant. It is the I understand you copy. The stuff that says, I know how frustrating it is to experience the frustrations you experience. Written better than that, please. right? Here's why you might be struggling a little bit. Here's one thing. I'm calling this out so that I am showing you, not telling, showing that I get you.
I hear and see you.
I hear and see you. And that's why I'm committed to blah, blah, blah.
I'm just
You
thinking
know,
about the other day when you wrote the connection copy for my next webinar, while you were sitting on the couch with like 6 cats on your lap and your kid was running around the living room and you're like, connection copy coming. And you thumbed it on your phone and you sent me this perfect connection copy paragraph that went onto my next webinar landing page. And I just love that you do that. But the connection copy is such an important piece, and people
mhm.
leave it out when the connection copy. I mean, if you think about a landing page for a summit, it can be quite formulaic, right? It sounds like, okay, put your headline, put your video, put your opt-in box, put some FAQ, put your bio. But where on that page are you getting somebody to go, this is the right event for me on an emotional level? And the headline can usually start that. Like it's the headline kind of lights the match. The video can begin to create a little bit more of that, that warmth of that because they're seeing you. But the connection copy, this connection piece, and by the way, it's not buried, it's literally in the second third of the page, that gets people to go, she gets me, she sees me, she understands me, she acknowledges me, and she's got a plan for me to achieve success.
I'm laughing because my brain just got stuck on the fact that you said the second third of the page. It took me a second.
Oh,
You could have just said the middle.
I break pages into thirds, first third, second third, and third third, whatever, because that's
But it was
usually,
two
oh
ordinals
my,
in a row. Anyway,
you're funny.
you're absolutely right. And it doesn't have to be this overwrought thing. It's just speak from your heart. What's the problem they're experiencing? And how do you help them solve it? And, I really like a transition of, and your first step is this thing. So don't be afraid of the long form opt in page. Now,
No.
because we're going a little long form, we need more than one button. And I know you're going to say, but Allison, earlier you told me don't include lots of links, but the buttons all do the same thing, and that's get them to register. The point is, we don't want them to have to scroll all the way up to the top or all the way to the bottom of the page in order to take their action. We want to give them buttons to register throughout the page because it is longer. We want them to have the opportunity to register when they're ready to register, not when you're ready to give them a button. That's really important. The way that I do it and the way that I teach is, if you're building your page on a desktop, it should be every 1.5 to 2 scrolls of your little mouse wheel. It's more forgiving on a phone because we're trained to scroll on phones, but we do not want people on desktop to have to scroll, scroll, scroll to get to the button. So every 1.5 to 2 scrolls of your mouse wheel, and or where it is the most appropriate. Don't just throw a button into the middle of a section, please. Now, we had a
Oh, look, a
summit.
button.
Oh, look, a button in the middle of a sentence. We had a client who had like, I don't know, 50 speakers, which OMG. And I actually advised to put a button in the middle of the speakers, the
Yes.
speaker
Yeah. We do that as we
pictures.
build it so that there's a breakup of
Exactly.
yeah, because if not, you're just
Yes.
scroll, scroll, scroll.
Right. Now, if you have 10 speakers, don't put a button in the middle. If you have 40 speakers, put a button in the middle, right? Just really look at how you can visually break it up. That's more Jenny, that's Jenny's wheelhouse. But
I got you, boo.
including and really just look at how it's going to show up on desktop, on tablet, on phone. More than half of your traffic, I would venture to say even 3/4 of your traffic is going to be on a phone.
2/3.
Yeah, the second third of your
The
traffic
second
will be
third of
on
your,
the
yeah,
desktop.
yeah. There's, yeah, a lot of
The first and third thirds
The first and third thirds of the
are going
third
to be on the
fourths.
phone.
Yeah.
The second third will be on the, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Half to two thirds of your traffic are going to be on the phone.
Yeah. And you have to be responsive. Your copy, the look of it, everything has to be mobile responsive. And that's a big thing. I love having lots of opt-in buttons. I think they make a lot of sense. The other thing is having a pop-up. You can give me grief, you can give me love. Pop-ups work. They can
Nothing but
add,
love from me.
right? They can add some like some real points, some good percentage points to your opt-in page. Sometimes as much as 2 to 3 or even 5% more opt-ins. And you can love them or hate them, but we're trained to see them and we're trained to read them. So use them. They're not hard. And, pop-ups can be really short and sweet and to the point.
Yep.
Our next point has been the bane of so many people's issues. It can kill and tank your opt-in page like nothing else. And it is all about testing.
Hold on. No. Because, okay, so here's the thing. So apparently I start every episode with okay, so, but Jenny called me out on it.
Oh
And
no, now it's awkward.
now I don't want to do it, but it screws me up because I don't know how to get into the flow without my okay, so.